Hello guys, today we're going to start with a new lesson called the quadratic function. And the first lesson is going to learn how to change any given function into general form. So if the function given to us looks like this way, f of x equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, then it is called a quadratic function in general form, where the a, b, c, they are constants. And also, the a cannot be 0. Why does a cannot be 0? Because in order to be called quadratic, you must have the x squared. So if a is 0, then x squared term will disappear. So for example, a proper quadratic function should look like y equals to negative 2x squared plus 5x minus 7. So you can see the first term, the coefficient is negative 2. It's not 0. Any other term, the b and the c could be 0, as long as the a cannot be 0. So as you can see from the example here, the y has to be alone in order to be called a quadratic function in general form. So we need to isolate the y. So let's look at the first example. Write the following quadratic function in general form, and then state the values of a, b, and c. So we can see question A, the y is here. So the only thing we need to do is to move the 4x squared to the other side. So y will equals to negative 4x squared plus 8x minus 4. So what we did was we subtracted both sides by 4x squared. So it becomes negative 4x squared. So our a is negative 4. B is 8. C is negative 4. So this is the A, B, and C. Let's look at the next one. So this time, our y has a coefficient in front. But it doesn't matter, we are going to move the negative 4 to the other side first. So what we need to do is to plus 4 on both sides. So therefore, you will have 2y equals to 6x squared minus 8x plus 4. So notice that I arranged them in the order of x squared and an x and a constant. So general form must be in this order, descending order of exponents. After that, we need to isolate the y by dividing by 2 on both sides. So left side will be y, because the 2 cancels out, and then each of the coefficient will divide it by 2. So you get 3x squared minus 4x plus 2. So this is our A, this is the B, this one is the C. Okay. Question C, the y is already isolated. However, this is not a proper general form. Why is that? Because the order of the exponent is not in descending order. The 2, the square, is at a second term, so we need to rearrange. So the common mistake is to just move that to the front. That is wrong, okay? The negative is attached to the 2. So therefore, when we rearrange the order, you have to bring the negative 2x squared to the front. The 8 is positive, so you write plus 8x. So far, we've tried 3 examples of changing into general form. The next 3 involves something called the brackets. So we look at question D. Our goal is the same, to change it into general form. If you look at general form, it doesn't have any brackets. So when you get something like this, you need to expand the brackets. So here we need to review a formula. A plus B squared, where the A is like the x, B is the 2. So A plus B squared is the same as A plus B times A plus B again. So you could expand by doing 1 by 1. A times A, which gives you A squared. A times B gives you plus AB. Next part, B times A is BA. B times B is B squared. Now if you combine the like terms, AB and BA, they are the same. So we'll simplify into A squared plus 2AB plus B squared. In a similar way, we could also derive the formula for subtraction. So if you have a subtraction between A and B, A minus B bracket squared. So you would have A minus B times A minus B. A times A is still A squared, but when you times A with negative B, it will give you minus. And then another minus. Okay? And then the last term, negative B times negative B, will give you positive B squared. So the only part that changes is the sign. So here's our formula that we will need. So let's apply the formula to our expansion. Here we have x plus 2 squared, where the x is like the A, 2 is the B. So if it's the first time you do this, you could put a bracket. Right, the first one you fill in the first term. So x squared plus 2ab plus b squared. We simplify this, we'll turn it into x squared plus 2 times x times 2 will give you 4x. Last one is a 4. Okay? So we are going to replace this with that part. So therefore we get y equals to negative of x squared plus 4x plus 4. At the end, we still have a plus 1. We still have a bracket because there's a negative at the front. So we need to multiply the negative. That gives us negative x squared minus 4x minus 4 plus 1. Simplify the constant at the back. Negative x squared minus 4x minus 3. So that's our general form. So in a similar way, we could also do question E. Instead of a plus in the brackets, here we have a subtraction. So we will multiply out the bracket using the formula. This time, we can do it a little bit faster. We know the formula is a squared, so which is x squared, minus 2ab, 2ab, plus b squared. B is the 3, so 3 squared. Outside, you have a plus 6. So this bracket represents the whole thing square. Alright? So instead of having the negative like in the last question, we have a 3 at the front. So we can multiply this out. We get 3x squared. This part is negative 6x, right? So if you multiply with the 3, we'll give you negative 18. This one is 9. 9 times 3 give you 27. So your final general form will look like this one. Alright, so the very last one is very similar to question E, so we won't cover that today. So this is the introduction to quadratic function, and we learn how to change it into general form. In order to change the general form, you must isolate the y. And then starting in the next lesson, we'll be learning a second form, which is called the standard form, or sometimes we call it the vertex form. Stay tuned. See you next time.